We've talked quite a bit about heat transferring and what it does and just how much. What we haven't talked about is how the heat transfers, so this is a video about heat transfer methods. We have three major methods of heat transfer. We have conduction, we have convection, and we have radiation. Conduction, this is probably the easiest one. This is through direct contact. I put my hand on a stovetop. Stovetop transfers a whole lot of heat to my hand, and it does so through direct contact. That's conduction. Convection. Convection is via fluid movement. So the easy one to think of is like a bathtub, right? If you are in one end of the bathtub and at the other end you've got the hot water on, the water near you isn't hot right away, but eventually the whole tub will heat up. The hot water from over by the faucet is going to move around, and as that fluid moves around, as you have hot water that displaces from one place to another, now you get heat, right? You get a heat transfer. So it's a heat transfer because of the movement of a fluid, and this takes place in plenty of spots. The water example is one that works out well. A forced air furnace works well. If you have a convection oven heats up in one location, but also has a fan in it, and that fan pushes around the hot air. Radiation is just, it's a direct waves. The sun gives off heat to us by radiation. It puts out infrared radiation. That's what heat is, right? And that's the one that comes across as heat. It puts out infrared radiation, and it's not a conduction situation because, well, we're not in contact with the sun, thankfully. It's not a convection situation because there's just a bunch of empty space between us and the sun. There's not a fluid that's moving from the sun to us. It's just radiation as direct energy across empty space. It's a good idea to be able to have examples of these, but the big thing that you want to be able to do is differentiate which one this is, which heat transfer method you're looking at. So if items are touching, then you are talking about conduction. If items are not touching, but there's fluid of some sort, air, gas, water, then you are talking about convection. So there's fluid moving. Radiation, this is not touching, and fluid isn't moving. The easy ones for this are things in outer space because there's just no fluid there. But another version of radiation would be the heat that comes off your body when you stand outside in regular cold air. For example, your body is radiating heat. We even say, "Wow, you're radiating heat," right? Your body is radiating heat. It's transferring heat from you to away. Now, it's going into the air, and that air might get moved around, so some other system might get heated by convection, but your cooling process is through radiation, which I guess is one other thing to really mention with these. None of these have to happen in isolation. So if you've got if you've got convection, that doesn't mean you don't also have radiation, or it doesn't mean you can't also have conduction, I suppose. But these are our three primary methods of heat transfer.